What's going on, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Week 9, our bye week. This week, we're going to be going over college players. We're going to take a look and see who stands out and who we might target in the draft this upcoming season. And then we're going to take a look at stats around the league and around the team, see how everybody's performing. As we take a look down below at our team ranks, we are currently second in offensive points per game, scoring just over 30. And we're also second in offensive pass yards per game with 260.7. Rushing game is pretty good. We're 12th in the league right now. And defensively, we give up way too many points. We're currently 28th. However, we're pretty average against the rush and the passes. We are 12th and 18th. Definitely an improvement over last year. And a lot of that has to do with the rookies we brought in, such as Jamison Carver, Nicholas Schultz, and Chris Bartell. As we take a look at the standings in the NFC South, we are currently sitting second, just behind the New Orleans Saints. We are 4-4, tied with the Falcons, and the Saints still lead us 6-2. And we have just enough upgrades to upgrade one thing. We're going to go in player personnel, and we're going to hit the center focus upgrade, which will increase the likelihood of centers signing through free agency, just in case. So we're going to go ahead and pick that up because that is a spot that I want to make better on the team, and this should help in case we can't find a good center in the draft. And around the NFL here in Week 9, this is what it currently looks like. Bryce Young, 200 yards above Kirk Cousins. He leads the NFL in passing yards and still leads the NFL in passing attempts. And the NFL in passing touchdowns. Wow, this is a great year for Bryce Young. Best player on this 4-4 team. He is currently second in interceptions to Anthony Richardson, and he's tied with rookie Carson Walden. And he is no longer the most sacked quarterback in the league. That is now Derek Carr. Bryce Young just behind him in second place, though. Running the football, nobody has ran more than Miles Sanders, who's got 184 carries so far this year. And Josh Jacobs still leading the way with just under 1,000 yards. He's likely to be the first to get there this year. Miles Sanders currently sitting in second with 861 yards, followed by fellow NFC South running back Bijan Robinson of the Falcons. Kenneth Walker leads everybody in touchdowns along with Tony Pollard. Miles Sanders just behind them with 8. Nobody has fumbled the football more than Bryce, and we saw that on the last play of that Buccaneers game. I believe it was. Fumbled the ball away when Carolina had a chance to tie it up. Miles Sanders has broken the most tackles. He's been an excellent pickup for us after losing Christian McCaffrey. Receiving, the NFL is led by tight end Hayden Hurst. He's got 61 receptions, just one ahead of Justin Jefferson, and he also leads the NFL in receiving yards. 859 yards for the tight end, and we go to him whenever we can. He's averaging 107 yards per game. He has been indispensable. He has been amazing. Brennan Ayuk still leads the NFL in touchdowns. He's got 14, followed by Chris Olave, who's got 8. Couple guys here with 7, and Hurst has 6. Tackles, the NFL is led by Alex Singleton of the Denver Broncos. He's got 67 tackles. Just behind him, Levante David of the Bucks, Deion Jones of the Browns, Pratt of the Bengals, and Devin Bush and Devin White of the Bucks and Seahawks. Tackles for loss, Jalen Carter's got 11, Von Miller's got 11, and Cam Hayward has 11. Shaq Thompson down here has 9. Along with rookie Nicholas Schultz. And right now, Jamison Carver with 9.5 sacks. He's followed by Brian Burns with 7.5 here in the NFC. And Ngankwe's got 5.5. Chase Young's got 5.5. And in the AFC, they are led by Von Miller with 11.5. Max Crosby's got 6.5. Bosa's got 5.5. And TJ Watt's got 5. And according to this, because tackles for loss stats are also jacked up, Jamison Carver's got 14, which would lead the NFL. Also, it doesn't show Brian Burns or Derek Brown, who have 11 and 10. So, good job, Madden. Fix your stats. Jair Alexander leads the NFL with 5 interceptions. A handful of people here have 4. Chuck Clark, Sidney Brown, Roger McCreary, Demario Davis, the middle linebacker. Those are all probably from us. And former Panther James Bradbury. Closest Panther, J.C. Horn, who's got 3, and Von Bell, who has 3. And nobody is close when it comes to kick return yards. KJ Hamler's got 685. Next closest, Sharif Bush, the rookie corner that plays for the Bucs, who also has scored 2 return touchdowns against us. KJ Hamler, the only other one with a return touchdown this year. Punt returns, nobody has more than Shi Smith, who's got 161. And touchdowns go to Tony Pollard and Tyler Lockett. As we take a deeper dive into just our stats, of course at quarterback we are led by Bryce Young. No other quarterback has saw the field this year, so he has been healthy, which has been good. He's been taking a lot of hits, so I'm glad to see that he has managed to stay healthy this year. That's very good. Rushing, we are of course led by Miles Sanders. Everybody else on the team has at least, we've got 10 other rushes. Chuba's got 4 and Bryce has rushed 6 times. Man, we don't spread the ball around in the rushing, in the run game. Receiving, Hayden Hurst, of course. Next closest, DJ Chark, who's got like half of what Hayden Hurst has. Mingo right behind him. Miles Sanders, second on the team in receptions. No touchdowns yet for him through the air. Adam Thielen, who missed a little bit of time, has come on with 4 touchdowns. He's been excellent recently. Rookie Elias Quintana, not too bad. He's got 1 touchdown on the year. Terrence Marshall has been invisible, even though he's played more downs than Elias Quintana. I just have not seen Terrence Marshall out there. And Tommy Tremble has the 1 grab for 1 touchdown. I remember that play. I had completely panicked and just threw it up to him. And he made the grab. Lucky. Blocking, even though we give up a ton of sacks, they're not getting credited to our offensive line. We are led by Taylor Moton and Bozeman. Both have 4 sacks allowed. And Colbert and Ekonwu have 3. None given up by our guards. Even Michael Jordan, who's not a great overall player, did not give up a sack in his 209 downs. Very, very good offensive lineman. Brady Christensen, who's been hurt, but also another really good young offensive lineman, has not given up any sacks this year. And of course on defense, we are led by Shaq Thompson in the middle. He's got 58 tackles. Just behind him, Nicholas Schultz and Von Bell. Tackles for loss, Jamison Carver, the rookie, has been wreaking havoc in the backfield. He has been excellent. Big reason why our rush defense, actually just our defense in general, is so much better. He's got 14 tackles for loss. Brian Burns has 11 and Derek Brown has 10 sacks. We are led by Jamison Carver, who's on his way to having a 10 sack season, double digits. Let's go. And Brian Burns still having a much better year. Remember, we signed him to a long-term contract earlier in the season, so he's going to stick around. He's got 7.5 sacks. Derek Brown, who's missed a little bit of time, has 3.5 sacks, tied with Yetur Gross-Matos. Nicholas Schultz got 2.5. He's been sacking a little bit more here recently, which has been nice. Shaq Thompson's got 2, DJ's got 1.5, and Xavier Woods has 1. Interceptions, we got 3 men that have 3. Von Bell, J.C. Horn, and rookie Chris Bartell. He has been excellent. His 6'2" size in the slot has enabled him to get, I think 2 interceptions. He's just been taller and been able to get up there and grab it. Dante Jackson's got 2. He's played pretty well this year. Shaq Thompson's got 1, and Woods has 1. We have 1 blocked kick on the air, and that's Yetur Gross-Matos. And 2 safeties, both credited to Brian Burns. He has scored 4 points this year. Good job, Brian. Defensive touchdowns, Jamison Carver has the fumble return for a touchdown. Love to see it. And kicking, Eddie Pinheiro, no longer perfect like he was last year. He has missed 2 kicks because of rain. He's at 86%, with a long of 56 so far this year. And he's also missed some extra points because of rain. He has missed, 3? 24 of 27 for 88%. He's missed 1 within 30. He's missed 1, up to 49, and that's it. Hecker's been excellent in punting. He's averaging 46.2 yards per punt. He's had 4 in the 23 touchbacks, a little bit more than I want, but I don't think it's been hurting us. And of course, kick returns, we are led with KJ Hamler, the free agent pickup that we signed in the offseason. He's been great replacing Chuba and Shi Smith. He's got 685 yards and 1 touchdown, averaging 24 yards per carry, or, well, per return. And Chuba, when he's had to do it, he's got 2 for 15. Punt returns, Shi has been pretty good there. He's got 161 return yards. And it's not an exceptionally great class for wide receivers, even though that's one of the positions we might need some help on. Let's take a look at a couple of guys I like. First up, Alex Cartwright. He is a round 1 to 2 projection. Needs to work on simple concentration drops. Not great there. Everything else looks fine. Exceptional body control at the sidelines. Fights for every single inch. No issues climbing ladders. So he's not afraid of heights. It's good to hear. Avoids big hits, that's good. Excels at creating yards, excellent, especially in the type of routes we run. And shows good discipline and won't get flagged. This is what he looks like stat-wise right now that we know. He's a good carrying, won't fumble a lot, good catching traffic. Catching needs some work, short route running, especially with all the drags and stuff that we run. That's only a C, but his spec catch is good. This could be somebody we'll look at in the second round if he's still there. And then right behind him, Thomas Waller, another round 1 to 2 projection. He's 6'4", also needs to work on concentration drops. He's good at the sideline, fights for every inch, climbs ladders. Basically pretty much the same thing, just in a bigger body. And what we know about him so far is that he's an even worse route runner. Short at least, good deep. We don't know the medium yet, but based on everything, I'm assuming it's probably going to be B. So just another guy that if he's around, somebody we could take a look at. He's got great to elite speed, which is nice. Change of direction could be better, but he is a bigger body, so. Next, we've got Eric Elliott, round 2 to 3 projection. Once again, struggles with concentration drops, but everything else is pretty nice. He is a slot out of Georgia. Good to great speed, not bad. Good to great change of direction, great agility, and acceleration. Good awareness, good ball carrier vision. Like to see it. Not very spec catchy. That's an F. Catching traffic is fine. Catching is good. But we don't know a lot of his route running yet. So somebody to keep an eye on there in the second or third round. And then we got round 1 targets. Percy Bird, basically all the exact same things as the other guys. Concentration drops are a problem. Good at the sideline, fights for every yard, not afraid of heights. He's a 6-foot receiver out of UCF. Great to elite speed, great to elite change of direction, great to elite acceleration. Nice to see that. He is a deep route runner, that's what he excels at. Good release, good catch in traffic, D short route running. One thing I don't think I saw a lot of in this draft class was good short route running, which is a little, kind of sucks a little bit considering the type of routes we run. And then we've got Daniel Chancellor, a round 1 to 2 wide receiver out of Washington. Suffers from a lot of these same issues and excels at a lot of the exact same things. Good to great speed, great to elite change of direction, great to elite agility. And he is a B short route runner and a B medium route runner, so not bad. Where he struggles right now is the D catching traffic. Not a big fan of that. The B route running, or the B run block is exceptional. I'd love to see that. So Daniel Chancellor is definitely probably my number 1 look at wide receiver. I like his skill set, and it's not an exceptionally great class for centers, another position I look to upgrade this year, with 3 projected to go on draft day. First up, we've got Abdul Hazelton out of Texas Tech. He is a round 1 to 2 projection, has a great motor, and shows discipline. Excellent, especially for a center. Don't want to get flagged for holds. Solid to good strength, could be better. Very fast for a center. Great to elite speed. And has A awareness, which out of the box is great for a center. B pass block. Pass block finesse could use some work. That's a C. Don't know his pass block power yet. He has A run block, which is good, and A stamina. D injury is a little concerning. We want him on the field if he's going to be somebody we pick up. And then after him, we have Josh Mitchell out of Oregon. Has the same traits, good motor and discipline. He's a round 2 to 3 projection. Much stronger, great to elite strength, which is great. And also has a awareness, which is awesome, a lead block, and a pass block, and a run block. So where he struggles right now is finesse, that's a C. Don't quite know where the pass block finesse sits, but it's a B to a D, and his power is an A to a C. So I'm assuming that's probably B power for pass block, and probably for run block as well, and probably C. I like to average it out. It's probably going to be a C for pass block finesse. So definitely somebody we could look at later, and is a little bit more of a development center, but somebody who could eventually start for us. And on the defensive side, because I'm always looking for better linebackers, Corey McCullum. He's a day 3 projection at the left side. He's a physical player. Struggles to find the ball in the air, which is fine. We have our coverage linebacker. Has a motor, love it. Often looks to rip the ball, shows good discipline, loves to utilize his spin, has a stiff arm over move, and will utilize power to leverage. So he has all the pass rushing moves there. Good to great acceleration, it's good. Agility could use some work. Change of direction is great to elite. Speed is great to elite. Not exactly the strongest, but it's solid to good. And skill-wise, he's got C awareness, B block shedding, which is nice. Doesn't have good pass moves, as finesse and power moves are both D. C hit power, B impact block, B play rec, which is nice, and B pursuit, so he'd be really good in the run game. A tackle, don't know his coverages yet, but it's a B to a C for his man in zone, so probably a C based on him being a day 3. Stamina could use some work, and injury is definitely an issue, D to F for both of those. So maybe not a day 1 starter, but somebody that could build up into one. And another one, Shane Kane, a day 3 projection. Couple of things we know about him. He is out of Illinois, 23-year-old. Has a lot of the same notes there as the previous linebacker. Good to great, or great to elite speed. Love to see it. Agility could use some work. Change of direction is all right at good to great. Solid to good strength and good to great acceleration. Not terrible. And he's got B awareness, A hit power, A pursuit, B play rec, with B tackle. So definitely he has better stamina with an A to a B. His block shedding's not quite there. It's C. D injury, not great. Power moves are just, power moves and finesse moves are just as bad as the previous guy, but his coverages are going to be better probably, with A to B catching. So this is a guy that brings a little bit of run stopping and pass coverage. And another guy on the right side, Emmanuel Perryman. He's a round 1 projection, physical player, has the motor, often looks to rip the ball, good discipline, has the spin and overarm, and will utilize power to leverage. So another good guy out of Texas A&M here. Also has the size that if we needed to, could play as a rush end. Great to elite jumping, great to elite strength, solid to good speed, which is why I think about putting him at the end position. B awareness, which is good. A to B block shedding, which is nice. C finesse moves, A power moves, A impact block. Doesn't have the coverage, but that's fine. That wouldn't be his job. B play rec, which is good. Pursuit is going to be an A or a B, which is also awesome. And he's got B tackle. So another guy we could look to draft early on. I'm still not sold on the number 1 draft pick who we're going to pick up in the first round, or who we're really going to target. And next we've got Jeff Caruthers. I believe that's how you pronounce it. He is a round 3 to 4 projection out of Louisville. Physical player, struggles to find the ball. A lot of those exact same things as everyone else. He's got great to elite speed, which you'd love to see. Great to elite change of direction, which is good. Great to elite acceleration. B awareness, which is great. Don't know his block shedding, but there is a large gap there with a B to a D. Don't know his finesse or power moves yet, but he's definitely got more of the power. What I do like so far is the B man coverage, A play rec, and A pursuit. He's also got A tackle, so he's got, he's very sure-handed there. and his zone could be an A to a C. I'm looking at him as possibly somebody we could move to the middle as I look for a future Shaq Thompson replacement. And at corner, one of the spots that I really would like to make better next year, we've got Chad Calloway, who is our current mock draft projected player. He's an aggressive ball hawk, has the motor, looks to rip the ball, but lacks discipline. He is out of Miami, man-to-man corner. Solid to good speed, which is alright. Good change of direction. It's great to elite acceleration. So even though he may not be the fastest, he can get up to his top speed quickly. Great to elite strength as well. Very physical corner. He's got A, catching that we know of so far, and A, man coverage. Don't know his zone yet. Oh, sorry, we do. That's a B. I couldn't find it with all these letters and stuff on the screen. C play rec could use some work, but he's a rook, so that'll be fine. He's a good tackler, which I like to see. He's a first to second projection, so if he falls to us, that'll be great. I don't think it's somebody we could look to move up for, but if he's there, somebody we definitely should keep our eye on. And then later in the draft, we have Angelo Flowers, a round 3 to 4 projection out of Notre Dame. Aggressive ball hawk, which is good. Has a motor, looks to rip ball, and shows good discipline. Love to see all of those. Great to elite jumping, which is nice. Great to elite acceleration. A little bit slower at decent to solid speed. His skills, though, are nice. B block shedding, B catching, A tackle. Love to see it. He's also currently an B man coverage guy and a B to D zone coverage. So definitely could be somebody we look at in the mid rounds. And quickly along the offensive line here at right tackle, not a position of need, but it's possible we could move one of these guys or they become a future starter. A couple of guys here I like. Devontae Tucker out of Georgia. Doesn't look too bad as somebody we could target early. Marquise Campbell as well. And then Montrell Lamb out of Boise State. A couple of these first round guys, not too bad. With Lamb here, he's possibly somebody I would look to move either to center or guard. I don't exactly need a guard. I like Christensen, and Michael Jordan has been very good for us there. So it's possible he could move to center, or one of these smaller right tackles can move to center if they have the overall to do it. But their stats so far at 50% here aren't terrible. The only one I worry about is probably Tucker's pass blocking, which is at a D that we know of for sure. Campbell and Lamb, just from a quick glance here, look pretty decent as a possible cure for our center. So overall, I'm not exactly happy with this draft class. There's a couple people, but nobody I'm like dead set on. The linemen overall are pretty good, however, don't exactly need the spots where they're good. Like we need a good wide receiver. Right now there aren't very many of them, and only one that I found that had good short route running. Same with corner. Wasn't very happy with the mix of skill at corner. That's going to be difficult to find somebody who can come in and eventually be a starter without a lot of upgrading. And then kind of the same there in linebacker land. There was one guy I thought could possibly move to middle to eventually replace Shaq. And there was one guy that I think could take over for like DJ Johnson. However, I like Johnson. So nobody right now that I feel like is a standout. We need to draft this guy. Similar to how I felt with Jamison Carver or Elias Quintana last year. Those were two guys that I saw that I was like, I want these guys, and I knew they were going to be fine. Don't see that right now this year. That could change as we start to learn more and we get closer to the draft. But at the positions I want to upgrade, I don't feel like the draft for us right now is very good. And unfortunately, during the bye week, Austin Colbert dislocates his shoulder. He should be fine in time for the Week 10 matchup, but that's something we're going to keep an eye on. And coming out of practice this week, we've got a couple upgrades. First one to rookie Chris Bartell. We're going to go zone for him. He's up to a 74 overall, and he gets 2 awareness, 2 tackle. Not what I was hoping for, but that will be fine. And our second upgrade to veteran Bud Dupree. We're going to go run stopper for him. No overall change, but he does get 2 block shed, 1 man, 1 tackle, and 1 zone. Alright, and that's going to do it for this one as we finish up our bye week and get ready to take on the Dallas Cowboys in Week 10 at Bank of America Stadium. I'd like to thank everybody for watching. Don't forget to leave a like, subscribe, and comment, and I will see you guys in the next one.